Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here, and it is time, it's New Year's Eve, and it's time for me to do my Christmas haul video, which is where I come on and talk about what I got for Christmas and what I bought with the gift cards and money and stuff that I get as gifts. Okay, first of all, actual presents that I got from, like, my parents and stuff on Christmas Day. Like a lot of people, I got Batman Arkham City for Xbox 360, and it came with the code for the Catwoman bundle pack, which is great, which is really great, and also this is a very fun game. I mean, it's really expanded from Arkham Asylum. There are a lot more side quests in this, but I, however, I'm not gonna do any of the side quests until I'm done with the main story, because I want to get that done. Then, pretty much when I can, get done with the main story, I can go back and just do all the side quests and complete all of those. Also, there is downloadable content that allows you to play as Red Robin and Nightwing, which I also bought thanks to a Microsoft Points card that I got with my Christmas money. Anyways, though, if you buy the copy brand new, I think the Catwoman bundle will still be available. It says here until October 18th, 2016. So, good news, you only have about 5 more years. Okay. And another thing that I got from my parents was this great thing, this book called The Batman Files. This is pretty much Bruce Wayne's detailed guide on his foes, and equipment, on how to be Batman and stuff. It basically takes excerpts from Bruce Wayne's private journals. There's also villain files, but unfortunately the villain files are all incomplete. They give you a good description of the villain, then it says continue, and there's no other page, which is really cheap. But there is like a ton of good artwork in this, and again, stuff from Bruce Wayne's private journal. Another thing, though, if you notice here, the pages are black. Well, the truth is the pages are white, but the sides of them are painted black. So when you first get it, a lot of the pages are going to stick together, and that's really annoying. Other than those two flaws, this is a very great book. It's very detailed about the Batman franchise and everything. I would highly recommend this to any Batman fan. Only another thing, though, it is very expensive. I mean, the original price of this, I believe, is $100, but you can probably find a cheaper price off eBay or off Amazon.com if they're still selling it. But this is a very nice book. I really recommend it to Batman fans. Very amazing. Right. Next up, it's time for stuff that I bought with my Christmas money. Like most people, sometimes I get money or gift cards for Christmas. Well, some of the gift cards, my uncle got me $30 of iTunes cards. Already redeemed them. And like I said earlier, an Xbox Points card, which I used to get the Robin and Nightwing content, plus the Arkham costumes and the original. And this is unrelated to Arkham City, but I also used the remaining points to get the original Sonic. Okay, and now, actual stuff. First of all, the only DVD that I bought this Christmas, Doctor Who, the complete 6th series. Very happy I have this on DVD now, because I can watch the episodes whenever I want, and and also there's a mini-series on here called Night in the Doctor, which features like short 5 to 8 minute mini episodes that are just sort of fun and out there that you could watch. They're very good. Also Monster Files, and you can also watch all the Doctor Who Confidential episodes for this series, which also I believe is the final series for Doctor Who Confidential, because they canceled it at the end of this. Still, Series 6 was very amazing, and if you're a Doctor Who fan, and even if you've seen all of these, I really recommend you should buy it on DVD. When they split this series up, though, they did have like part 1 on one DVD and part 2 on another. I didn't want to get 2 parts, so I just waited until the box set came out, and I'm glad I did, because this is really amazing. Okay, next up, now it's time for some graphic novels. Just got this today. New X-Men, Volume 8, the final volume of New X-Men. It's concluded. I'm not so sure if I'm ever going to do a full review on the whole New X-Men by Grant Morrison run or not. That's kind of debatable right now, but it's still great. Still, this is a very nice conclusion to everything Grant Morrison did. I'd say if you have the time, then you should definitely check it out. And especially if you try to find these smaller, sort of digest-sized books, they're very cheap. I'd say they're pretty cheap. I mean, each one's about $15, so it seems very affordable. Alright, now here's another one. Batman: Dark Victory, the sequel to Batman: The Long Halloween, which also is apparently a sequel to Year One. And this is pretty much, again, taking place in Batman's early days. It takes place after the Long Halloween, so Harvey Dent just became Two-Face. And this is also pretty much the modern take on how Dick Grayson became Robin, which I would definitely recommend checking it out, because this is still if you've read Batman: The Long Halloween, then I would definitely recommend this, because it's a very good follow-up, and Jeff Loeb does a very good job writing this, and Tim Sale's an amazing artist. Sorry. So, yeah, this is very good. Definitely recommend some people should check it out. And now for my only two Marvel graphic novels, both of the same series. Uncanny X-Force, first Deathlock Nation, and the Dark Angel Saga Part 1. So now I'm pretty much caught up on all the Uncanny X-Force graphic novels. I wasn't really sure if I was going to get Deathlock Nation because, well, I did read the Apocalypse Solution. That was very good. I did pretty much said I needed to read Deathlock Nation for a while, but reading this, it's still very good, but you don't necessarily have to read it in order to read the Dark Angel Saga, which I was sort of wondering about, but you don't really need it. You can if you want to. I mean, if you've really loved the first volume like me, then you should check this out, because it's pretty decent. But the Dark Angel Saga, so far, it's very good. I mean, they're incorporating the Age of Apocalypse, and now pretty much Warren's Darkseid is starting to become the new Apocalypse of the main Marvel universe. And also, if you're a fan of Age of Apocalypse, then maybe you should check this out too, because it does sort of follow up on what's going on in that universe as well. Yeah, it's still can't wait for Part 2 to come out in a few months. That's all. Okay, and now my final book. This is something that both my friends, Chris, Dark Avenger CA6, and Toxicity have been given positive reviews about, and when I got it, the owner of the comic shop I usually go to said to me that this was also good. So a lot of good people gave positive things about it, and I have to agree with them. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Ultimate Collection, Volume 1. This includes the very first 7 issues of the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic, and also the Raphael one-shot. And this is very good. And surprisingly enough, this is very good. I mean, it's actually a lot more violent. I don't want to say more violent than the cartoon series, because, well, I never really saw... I mean, I barely knew anything about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I mean, I knew which one was with each weapon. I knew about Splinter and stuff, but I never actually watched the show per se. I mean, I grew up in I was a kid. I was a kid in the 90s, and by that time, I was pretty much, like every kid at that time, I was hooked on Pokemon, so didn't really get a chance to check out the Turtles, but reading this, I really want to read more about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles now, because this is very good. It has a lot of action in it, and plus it's turtles with weapons. I mean, that's pretty cool. And if you are a fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then this should definitely be... I mean, whether you're a fan of the comics or the animated series, I would definitely recommend you check this out, because it's very good. And it's definitely making me into a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan now. So, that's all I have to say about what I got for Christmas. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later and Happy New Year.